Hey folks, Nate coming at you. So tonight, I'm just going to take this saber out for a little bit of a spin. I haven't really done much swinging around with this one yet, mostly just because I haven't had time, but I've meant to. But this is a heavily modified Saber Forge Eris that I picked up from a good friend on the Facebook Saber Market. And this was originally modified by Daniel Rosher over at Arc Sabers, Sabersmith. It's a beautiful, beautiful mod job. Nice little gold plating here on the back. Sort of a small control box right here. And some nice sort of emerald glass knobs up here with some Jedi etching, as well as some etching on the top ring here of the Suba, and a lot of really beautiful weathering that he's done here, including this weathering PC dig here with sort of a marble crystal chamber inside. Just amazing. Love it. Anyway, this the saber also is incredibly loud. One of the loudest ones I have, and yeah, so I really just sort of wanted to take it out for a spin. So I put some of my more recent blade styles that I've done up on here with some Soundfonts, and yeah, so I'm just going to take it for a spin. So this first one is an oldie but goodie, and it's the flagship font on here. So this is the Blind Cowboy from Kyberphonic.
You're making it easy on me.
I laid low your warriors of old.
And so this is actually a font I made and I'm still making. It's not quite finished yet. And this is my sort of personal project that I've been working on for the last couple of weeks. It's Erebor Soundfont and Bladestyle.
Just a simple wonder.
Whoops.
I am king. I laid low your warriors of old.
Forgot to hit the power button.
Welcome, my sister sons, to the kingdom of Erebor.
So that chorus is laid on top of the hum, so it's all one track.
Just a simple wonder.
This is one of the first Visions blade styles that I did, and this is using Kyberphonic's the dual sound font, the roaming.
Think nothing of it. Just a simple wonder. Think nothing of it.
Magina, may you rise.
This is the Village Bride, and this is the so this sound font is the source sound font for this is actually Kyberphonic's Scavenger's Destiny, the Ray font, because that's the same sound they used in the Visions episode. So I took his font and then basically just added some different like quote tracks and some different boot font sounds, that sort of thing. But the core of the sound font is still Scavenger's Destiny. And this is not a standard yellow blade. What this is a PerLEDFlicker LED blade that I'm using a bunch of different shades of yellow against. And then I'm also running some very high frequency, small grade black sparkle effect to give it a little bit more texture. You can barely see that. You can't even see the black sparkle hardly at all because the yellow is so bright. But it does add a little bit more to the depth of the color, I think. And then I do it's like a 25% brightness increase on like the top half of the blade on the swing. And this is Lop from episode 8 of Visions. I'm trying to remember what sound font I used for this one, but the blade style I built is a green unstable. Let me see if I can remember what sound font this is. Oh, yeah, I do. So the core sound font I'm using underneath this one is Ultimate Lightside from BKSaberSounds. And then I basically did the same thing on this one where I modded the boot sound, font sound, quote tracks, but the core of the font is still the same. And I don't know that this font is actually even available anymore. I think what happened was he did like a version 2 update of this sound font on his site, and then renamed it Lightside Attack. And then the original version of this, the Ultimate Lightside, I think is gone. I don't think he offers it anymore.
My real sister! I won't give up!
This ancient weapon represents the bond between parent and child in our family.
I do not fear them.
This is an Arwen font. This also is a font that I basically just renamed, but the original font on this is actually Blind Cowboy. And I did just a bunch of tweaks to the font sound, boot sound, that same deal. But the core is still Blind Cowboy. And then I did up a chartreuse / green blade style for this one, because I wanted to do something for Arwen. I really like Lord of the Rings as a good crossover for saber stuff. Yeah, anyway. So that one has sort of a neat, I'm using like a blue and aqua ignition, sort of a preon, what's the word I'm looking for? I know my mind is a bunch of spider webs right now. And then it drops into a chartreuse blade. It's that I'm using as a pulse. It's a pulse blade. Nice soft pulse. Kind of pairs nicely with the soft grittiness of the hum. Really love this hum. One of my favorites. I used to be into this whole thing of thinking about what my favorite overall sound font was, but the more and more I get into all these different sound fonts from all these different people, it really starts to boil down to which font has your favorite hum, which font has your favorite clash, that sort of thing. So in that regard, I think I've got like 20 different favorite sound fonts because they all have their components in them that are my favorite. I'm actually doing a green sparkle, that's the blade color inside. I think I'm doing a white blade. And then I managed to get this track on here, which I absolutely love. The Even Star. It sounds fantastic on the saber.
What
And then this was one of a fun project I did. There's like a 3-part blade style project I did for Halloween. And one of the sound fonts I used for this was BKSaberSounds The Void, which is really cool blade style, really cool sound font. So this is the original one I made, which is a GreenSmokeBlade. Now we got Strobe on the force effect. And I backed into kind of a neat effect, which is doing a strobe on top of a smoke blade, because the smoke blade, because of the way that it makes travels the light up and down the blade, is that when you're doing a strobing effect, essentially adding a second blade layer on top that mirrors it, you end up with these sort of dark spots on the strobe, so the strobe sometimes moves around like in a fractured manner. It's kind of neat. Now let me see if I can secure my blade down a little bit more here. Second version, which is an Indigo PerLEDFlicker LED. And then we have a third one, which is a blue gradient flameblade.
Jedi Knight.
So that's the rotation that's on this saber right now. So that pretty much represents most of what I've been toying around with, like for the last month, and also because of the Soundfont project I'm working on with Erebor, that really is taking up a lot of my time because I suck at building sound fonts. I know nothing about it. But it's been a fun project because I'm learning a lot, and I've gotten a lot of really good help from from very knowledgeable and friendly folks in the hobby. So it's been a good learning experience. It's been a lot of fun. But I really just needed to put some stuff on here and swing this baby around, because I've been really wanting to just kick the tires on this one, because it's a beautiful install. It's really loud, it's clear, it's crisp, and it's just a really beautifully modded saber. So thank you, Daniel, again for wonderful work on this saber, and also for Jason for entrusting me with it. So, all right, y'all. May the force be with you, and have a happy Thanksgiving.